What's going on, guys? Jaxx the Bearded Hiker here. So I am here at Smoke House Bayou's international headquarters with Brian. He's the owner of Smoke House Bayou, and Rus Jones from Smoky Ribs Barbecue. These guys were gracious enough to invite me over here. They're doing a head-to-head video with the Southern Pride 500, and Rus will be using the Pit Barrel Cooker. They're going to be making up some ribs, and they asked me if I wanted to do some ribs, and I was like, yeah. So I'm doing Nashville Hot Ribs, and I might have a secret weapon that I might have to pull out to do. They're going to also be doing their own set of ribs, so it should be fun and interesting. Make sure you go check out these guys' video. These videos are going to be released hopefully all at the same time. So if you hadn't subbed to them already, go give them a sub, but I got a feeling I got my work cut out for me with my ribs. I'd be lying if I didn't say I was a little bit nervous going up against you guys. I mean, it's not a competition, I get it, but still, I want to impress you guys, or at least I hope I do. All right, guys, let's get busy.
All right.
All right, so we're starting off with our Nashville Hot Chicken Baste, and as all Nashville chicken starts off with is cayenne. We're starting off with about 3 tablespoons of cayenne pepper. Now, we'll be leaving the ingredient list in the description, and you can follow along with that if you want. 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika, 1 tablespoon of celery salt, 1 tablespoon of sea salt. All right, now that we got that all in, we're going to go ahead and just whisk it around here. And then we're going to put this on the burner and get some aromatics going real quick. We're smelling nice and fragrant. So let's go in and whisk in our oil. And this is grapeseed oil. Do a little bit at a time. We're going to be using 1 cup. So we whisked in all that oil, and I'm going to stop stirring, but we're going to keep this on here and keep whisking for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then we'll take it off the heat and let it cool to room temperature, and we'll be ready to use it. This stuff will keep for up to a month. All right, before we get started here, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to leave a link in the description to the recipe to this. This is our monkey gland sauce, which starts out with port wine, and also red wine. That's 3 tablespoons of each. 2 tablespoons of butter. Most importantly for the monkey gland sauce, you're going to need some chutney. I will love to use this. This is from South Africa, seeing as how this is a monkey gland sauce is from South Africa, or Cape Town. This is Mrs. H.S. Ball's chutney. You could use, I think there's one major something. You can use that as well, and that's pretty good. Also, another important ingredient going in is peri-peri sauce. This is my favorite peri-peri that I'm able to get here in the States. So Rhino peri-peri, you're gonna need 1 teaspoon, heaping teaspoon of that as well. A half a teaspoon of coarse ground black pepper, a little bit of a salt there, just a little pinch. And lastly here, a half a teaspoon of liquid smoke. Now we're going to put this on the fire, bring it to a boil. All right, we've reached a boil. Now I'm going to simmer now for 5 to 10 minutes. And then after that, take it off and let it go to room temperature, and then you can either start using it right then, or you can put it in a blender and make it a little bit more smooth. See how chunky it is a little bit now? Nothing wrong with using it that way. Strictly up to you. All right, so we're gonna get our ribs seasoned up here. I'm the last one to season up the ribs, okay? So we're just gonna go on. We're gonna use a binder today. I'm gonna be using this mustard. This is just a hot all-purpose mustard here. We're gonna do all 3 same way, except for the last one. We're going to be seasoning with the Smoke House Bayou dust. Some good stuff. I'll leave a link in the description where you can go pick you up some of this rub if you want. All right, so we're gonna go with these two right here. We're gonna be using the same rub. We're gonna be using Cosmo's Killer Bee, Honey Killer Bee rub, and also just a little concoction here that I got. This is, I don't even know, that I can't think of the name of this, but it's just, I like to mix the two. So we'll be doing these two ribs that way, and then this third rack over here with the Smoke House Bayou rub. And I'd be lying to you guys if I didn't say I was a little bit nervous making ribs for these guys. I mean, these guys know their stuff. So again, I am pretty nervous. All right, so we got these suckers seasoned up. Let's throw them on the smoker. All right, I'm putting one on the Pit Barrel Cooker. I'm gonna put one in there on the Southern Fried, just because I can. Rus has already got his ribs in here, so I'm gonna put mine on this side. All right, I'm not even gonna look at these for an hour, and then I'm gonna start putting my baste on there, or my glaze. All right, so I actually putting 2 racks of ribs on the Pit Barrel Cooker, and putting one in there on the Southern Fried. The one in the Southern Fried is gonna be the one that's rubbed down with the Smoke House Bayou. I figured, you know what, we're gonna use his smoker, let's use his rub as well. All right, so I'm putting my third set on here. These are the Smoke House Bayou ribs here. I'm gonna get over here so I don't drip all over your floor.
All right.
All right. So
you set them on the top rack there.
just set them on there. All right. Now this is what I'm talking about here.
That's it. So is this the only rack that you're putting on this?
Yeah, and I got 2 out there.
All right.
All right, so that's our Smoke House Bayou. So we'll see. I want to see. How much was this thing?
This is expensive.
You got to mortgage your house right here to get one of these, huh?
I guess you could probably buy, what, about maybe 50 Pit Barrel Cookers for this or something, I don't know.
All right, so we just put those ribs in on the Southern Fried, and we're smoking at, what you got it smoking at?
We're going to smoke those ribs at 225.
Okay, so what kind of wood are you using?
Me and Rus decided to use hickory.
Hickory. All right, so we're using hickory in the Pit Barrel?
Hickory. I love hickory on pork. That's my favorite,
right.
Personal favorite. That's why I usually go that route. And he said 225 Pit Barrel Cooker. There is no settings on this. This is a true set it and forget it. Typically they run at 275. They can spike occasionally if you open your lid too much, and they can spike up to 3, even 325. Drum smokers are actually more of a hot and fast type cooker, not necessarily a low and slow. I call it a medium ground, somewhere between hot, fast, and low and slow. Does a fantastic job usually though.
I'm excited to eat some ribs, guys.
Me too. I can't wait.
All right, so it's been an hour. We're about ready to baste these ribs. First rack here we're gonna do is the Nashville Hot. We're gonna do our second set. This is gonna have the monkey gland sauce on it.
What did you call that?
This is monkey gland sauce. It's a well, before I called it monkey nut sauce.
I'm just dying to find out the story behind this.
So apparently that's what they call it in Cape Town.
Okay.
Monkey gland. Doesn't sound very appetizing. But this was, do you know who obviously Steve Reichlin, is that his name?
Reichlin.
He got this from, I think it was a hotel in Cape Town. So that's where the recipe for monkey gland, or this monkey gland sauce kind of derived from. But apparently it's like not his recipe, or just one person. Like they make it all over.
Okay.
And it's made with a chutney that's from South Africa, and I think the stuff is called Miss Ball's. And Mrs. Ball's chutney.
Okay.
Which is probably where the monkey nuts come from. Why I keep mixing the monkey gland and monkey nuts up.
That's some nice thick ribs right there, man. Sure are.
All right, guys, we are about 2 hours in. This is the Nashville Hot ones. And got a nice color on here. I'm gonna baste these, and then we're gonna give them a wrap. Go in. Figure it might take another hour. Now I did move my other rack of ribs into the other Southern Pride in there, because what I should have done is waited to put that mop on there until later on, but because it had a lot of sugar in there. So, and that temp, or the Southern Pride in there is running at a lower temp. So, what does it look like in there, Brian? Those ribs that I put.
They look delicious. They
Were
look
they-
right at home, Jack.
They weren't. That rub's not all caramelized on there, is it? So we made the right decision then.
I think so.
All right, we're gonna wrap these up, guys. So as Harry Sue would say, this is black belt tip right here.
Jack, you need to ask him.
You ask him. I'm gonna hold
what
the camera.
exactly did you ask him?
Well, what I was asking is, because I am, you know, a noob here, is I always thought that when you're smoking something, you want your wood to be like smoldering.
Right.
But you just put me in check on that situation. So tell me what the deal is.
Okay, here's the deal. Like on my offset smoker, I have got to make sure I have an active fire going at all times. Now you control the heat of that smoker by the size of the fire, that and your vents. But the last thing you want is that fire to go out, because then you got a smoldering smoke, which will create an acrid smoke, and you will definitely taste it on your food. If you got a fire lit, that produces a clean smoke, a real thin bluish smoke, and that is what puts a good smoke flavor on your food. You don't want anything smoldering. You don't want to see a heavy, dense smoke. You want that light smoke always. And the only way you're going to achieve that is that wood on fire.
All right, we just pulled these wrapped Nashville Hot Ribs. Check the temp. I'm pretty sure we got some good pullback on there. All right, we're gonna unwrap these and we're just gonna put them on for about 5 or 10 minutes back on the smoker.
All right, so what we got here? We got the Jack Daniel's glazed. This is
Smoke House Bayou.
Smoke House
Yeah,
Bayou.
Bayou dust. I
This
should
is the same seasoning and all like Brian does here for Fayard.
Right,
correct?
right.
All right, and what are these?
Nashville Hot, and then we got the monkey gland
Glazed.
glaze. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know the story behind that name?
We'll have to talk about that later.
Okay.
All I know is it's South African, and yeah, I don't know the. I've been mispronouncing that name all day. We won't
Right.
talk about that either. But I just want to say, don't forget to go by Rus's channel and also Brian's at Smoke House Bayou. They did that head-to-head on the Southern Pride and the Pit Barrel Cooker, and it was a clear winner. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, and also y'all make sure you please go over there to Brian and Jaxx's channels. Check them out. You'll also be seeing their version of the same video here.
Yeah.
And we have talked and we have decided that these videos will go live Sunday at noon.
Yeah,
Correct?
right.
So all 3 videos will be up at the same time.
Awesome.
Awesome. All right, let's dig in.
Hey man, what a way to start a new year. I mean,
Man.
look at a
Pork-
cutting board full of ribs.
Poor
I mean,
Kevin. All right, I'm gonna have to try one of these before they get too cold.
I've been looking at those.
I tell you
suckers,
what,
too.
I'm very disappointed in these ribs where I bought them at. You know, look how thin.
yeah,
these
they're
are.
paper thin.
Yeah.
You got to be real careful when you're cooking ribs this thin to not toughen them up.
Those are good.
Mm-hmm.
But not a lot of meat on them though, huh?
Mm-mm. No, but what's there is pretty darn good.
All right.
These
Good
are
flavor.
tender.
No doubt.
All right, and then I'm going with yours. This is the Smoke House Bayou rib, right?
It is. Need a napkin.
Mmm,
Let me get me a little small one here.
those are good.
Look, I got a big man, a good friend of mine over here, and he's just staring and smacking while he's watching us. So we're going to hand one off camera there to
Yeah, those are good.
Mr. Allen. The Smokehouse Bayou.
Yep.
I've
Delicious.
never had Smokehouse Bayou ribs.
Mm-hmm. Now your Texas Hot,
Nashville Hot, yeah.
they were done on the Pit Barrel Cooker, and these were done on the Southern Pride, right?
Yeah, Nashville Hot was done on Pit Barrel Cooker.
Okay,
And I did have that other rack of ribs, but they were kind of the same as the Smoke House Bayou.
gotcha.
Oh, those are spicy. I like that.
I'm not going to eat all that. As good as it is, that's got a little kick to it.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going
Texas Hot.
the monkey
Monkey
glands.
gland.
The monkey glands.
And this is going to be spicy.
Nashville Hot. It's
Yeah.
not really, it kind of toned down, I think, from the get-go, from the beginning.
Man, tender.
Real
These are
tender.
awesome.
Mm.
Mm.
All right, I may be biased,
It's really
Good or
good.
good?
Mm-hmm.
but I think I like the Nashville Hot.
That's
Better
what I'm
than,
eating right here.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
I
Really?
think I like the
Why
Nashville
is that
Hot.
rib so much more tender than the other ones that was in the same pit barrel at the same time?
Well, he
That's
took
crazy.
one out. Remember, he did take one out
Yeah,
and wrapped it.
That
I
was
believe.
well, no, you took this out, wrapped it, and put it in here. That's right.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
not
That's
the
right.
Nashville Hot, the
Just that one.
this one.
That finished off in the pit barrel cooker all the way.
Yes.
Okay. Wow, very tender.
You gotta try that one. Shayla's having to patiently wait because her and Derek, because they're running the cameras.
Can you stand any spicy?
A little, but how spicy?
Man, that's
is it?
That wouldn't.
I don't know.
I
That
think the
wouldn't-
texture of those ribs are the best of all of them.
They are, man. They were
Mm.
good.
Real tender.
That's a hard decision on which one. I know we're not. It's not a competition, but they're all pretty
Well,
dang good. But I'm going
one
with
thing
the
you
Nashville
got,
Hot.
one thing you got going for you right here is the ribs that you got are a lot thicker,
Right.
you know. So
Yeah, he brought separate ribs. That might have a lot to do
I'm
with
sure
why
it does. Yeah.
they're more tender too.
Mhm,
Better cut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not gonna mention
Not
the
you
name
too, I
of where
like
I'll
the
order
Nashville
these
Hot.
ribs.
Yes,
I've been
me
better
too.
off going
These
to
are not
Walmart.
bad, but
buying
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
All right. So the Nashville Hot over the.
I think that's the best out of all of them.
Well, what about between the Nashville, the best out of all?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing over the.
Pretty much out of anything I've eaten tonight.
Really
Absolutely.
good.
Really good.
That means a lot.
Now I'm
coming
getting
from
that
you
kick.
guys.
I'm getting
Really?
that kick I'm looking
Mhm.
for too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's coming along, man.
Excellent, man.
I like that.
You'll have to give me the recipe for that sauce. That's good.
Gotcha. Got you covered.
Heck yeah.
That's your, you can't, that's yours? The Nashville hot?
Yes.
Sweet, man.
Yeah.
I mean, hot.
Yeah.
Not sweet, hot.
Hot.
Really
Good. Is it too
Really
spicy for?
good. Shayla's gonna find it a little spicy because it,
on the
it
back
comes
end.
on,
On the
you
back
know.
end.
It does
creeps
tone
up
down.
to
When
you.
I tasted it yesterday when I made it,
Oh, it's good.
it was real hot, and I was like, "Ooh, man!" But
Mhm.
it toned down as it cooked.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Man, that was
Absolutely.
delicious.
Well,
Hey, thank y'all for coming
oh man.
to international headquarters. And
You're
hanging out
welcome.
with us
We've been
today.
talking about doing this for a while, and we finally decided on a day. I'm off from work for, been off work for what, a week and a half now, and so we finally found a day that we could do this.
Yeah.
It just happens to be January the 1st,
Right.
first day of 2020. But had a good time. I love doing stuff like that. We'll have to do it again.
Absolutely.
I hope all of y'all enjoyed the video. And from Smoky Ribs,
Jaxx Drinkwater.
Smoke House Bayou.
till next time.
All right, guys. Nashville Hot Ribs and Jack Daniel's ribs. And what are you calling your ribs?
Ours is just our Bayou dust.
Any of them. Do it.